Hello everyone, I Akanksha Mishra welcomes you all to our YouTube channel TNB Academy. Imagine walking through your workplace not as a manager or employee, but as an ISO auditor. What would you notice first? Auditing your work environment for ISO certification is not just about ticking boxes. It is about understanding how your workspace directly impacts quality, safety, and productivity. Under ISO 9001-2015 Clause 7.1.4, the environment for the operation of processes covers far more than clean floors. It includes lighting, temperature, ventilation, ergonomics, safety culture, and even employee morale. Laying the groundwork, scope, criteria, and team. Begin your audit by defining the exact scope, which areas, which processes, and which teams will be reviewed. Gather your criteria from ISO standards, internal policies, and legal requirements. Form an independent audit team that can assess objectivity and prepare a tailored checklist covering cleanliness, safety controls, lighting, temperature, humidity, workstation ergonomics, and employee welfare. Now, walking the floor, physical environment checks. Start from the entrance and move through every process step. Observe without disrupting operations. Look for cleanliness standards, correct lighting levels, temperature and humidity control, verification quality and noise management. Pay attention to how storage areas are organized, whether emergency exits are clear, and if workstation setups encourage comfort and efficiency. Now, safety in action, observing practices. An ISO-compliant workplace is not just about equipment. It is about how people work. Watch for proper PPE use, safe machine handling, hygiene compliance, and safe movement within the workspace. Speak casually to employees to understand their comfort levels, challenges, and ideas for improvement. Checking the paper trail, records, and evidence. A perfect-looking workplace still fails an audit without supporting records. Review temperature and humidity logs, safety inspection reports, PPE issuance records, maintenance and calibration schedules, and training attendance sheets. Ensure documents are up-to-date, accurate, and easily retrievable. Now, spotting issues, non-conformities, and risk. Classify your findings. Major non-conformities for immediate risk, minor non-conformities for smaller gaps, observations for trends, and opportunities for improvement for efficiency gains. Always provide factual evidence, avoid personal blame, and link issues directly to processes or compliance requirements. Now, corrective actions and follow-up. Assign every finding to a responsible person with a completion date. Maintain a corrective action log and verify fixes in follow-up audits. If the same issue repeats, conduct a root cause analysis using methods like the 5 why or fishbone diagram to address it permanently. Building a culture, continuous improvement. Use audit results as a springboard for improvement, not punishment. Share findings in management review meetings. Track key metrics like safety incidents or detect rates, and implement employee suggestions. Small improvements like better lighting or improved ventilation can transform work quality and morale. Living the audit every day. The most successful ISO work environment audits are not staged events. They reflect how the workplace operates daily, when safety, cleanliness, and comfort are part of the culture. ISO compliance follows naturally. Remember, the best way to pass an ISO audit is to live like every day is audit day. Thanks for watching this detailed session, and I, Akanksha Mishra, will see you in the next episode of TNB Academy.